Nope, nothing. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. My name is Hannah and I'm an author from the south of England. Today is the 1st of January 2021, which can only mean one thing. Book box time. I have had this book box now for maybe a year and a half, might be a bit longer, I'm not really sure. It's still as good as the first time I got it, hence why I still get it, and I love it. So let's jump straight in. We're in a slightly different order this time. This is what we're looking at. I don't want to tip it too far in case it all falls out. I'm just going to go with whatever's on the top, which is not a pin this time, but it is very cool. This is a keyring, and it is kind of a mock hotel key for the Overlook Hotel, which is obviously from The Shining, room 237. Of course, very, very cool. This is just the right amount of nerdy and will definitely be living on my house key. We then have the latest copy of The Ghastling, which is a horror journal kind of magazine thing from Wales, which is really, really cool. I think this is number 12? Yeah, book 12. So I think I have a lot of these now. This one looks particularly cool. It's a little bit squished, but yeah, I always love the artwork in these things. The stories are always really, really creepy. And I think I say this every single time I do one of these openings, but it's such a good way to introduce yourself to new horror authors. Very cool. So I have sort of already seen a few people, whether they're spoilers, accidentally online for this book. So this is a self-published book, which is just so cool. I love supporting indie authors as an indie author myself. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. This is Maggie's Grave by David Sodergren. I know David has a few novels out already. I haven't actually read any of them, but I mean, I'll give this one a go, and yeah, depending on how I find it, I might well end up buying all of them. So cover, I'll just have a quick read of the blurb because it's quite short. So the small Scottish town of nope, nothing, is dead and has been for years. It sits in the shadow of a mountain, forgotten and atrophying in the perpetual gloom. 47 residents are all that remain. There's nothing to do there, nothing to see except for a solitary grave near the top of the mountain. Maggie Wall, buried here as a witch, reads the faded inscription. But sometimes the dead don't stay buried, especially when they have unfinished business. That sounds fun. Definitely going to give that a go. Probably butchered the pronunciation of that town. Sorry. And we have our little pack of tea and coffee, which is always lovely, especially right now in the UK because it's like -2 outside, so gonna need these. And I missed the snack. Yeah, it's a really good one this month. This is Montezuma's Extraordinary Chocolate. 70% cocoa, sea dog, lime and sea salt dark chocolate. Hello. And the packaging is 100% recyclable. We like that. I do like Montezuma's. It's good. I think I might need a little bit of time to recover from Christmas before I eat this, but it probably won't last that long. And then we have our bookmarks stuck in the little package. So we've got the Spookmark 4, Series 3. George stared at the newspaper in disbelief. He didn't usually go in for all this spiritual mumbo-jumbo. That was usually his wife's thing, but he had to admit it was pretty eerie. Your life will be upturned by the arrival of a handsome stranger who will open his heart to you. George folded up the horoscope and looked at his wife, chuckling, probably a coincidence. His wife said nothing. She was dead, after all, cleaved into pieces in their marital bed. George studied the axe embedded up to the hilt in her chest. Oh, in the chest of her gentleman lover, and wondered if he had indeed hit the heart. Lovely. And then we have this little designed bookmark, which is really cute. It says, well dead, but well read. I enjoy that. I'm still using my Halloween one, so I need to swap it out. This is good. And then we have maybe the best bit of every box ever, the secondhand book. Every month you get one of these. It's totally random, because obviously it's secondhand, and it's wrapped in this little eco-friendly wrapping, which is really cute. And I just like the surprise of it. I think my favourite secondhand book so far has been Hell House by Richard Matheson. I'm actually finishing that up now, and I really like I Am Legend and Richard Matheson's writing, so I'm really enjoying it. It is so full of tropes and cliches, but it's different because obviously some of the tropes are kind of his fault. So it's really cool to read it knowing how historically important it is to the genre. Very cool. So this is a James Herbert book. I've had a few Herbert ones. I have read a couple of them. This is Sepulchre, Conflict of Evils. I love it when books do this. There's no blurb, it's just a really big picture of James Herbert. Thanks. Oh, cool, the blurb is in the front. There is a house called Neath that holds a dark and terrible secret. In that house is a psychic called Klein who is part of its secret. The keeper is guardian of the house, of the psychic and of the secret, but now an outsider must protect them from a terrible danger. Halloran will combat men who thrive on physical corruption. He will find love of a perverse nature, he will confront his soul's own darkness, and eventually he will discover the horrific and awesome secret of the sepulchre. Cool. I love how old this must be. It says it's £3.50 on the back. I don't know that I've ever bought a book for £3.50. 1987. So that is it for this month's box. This is probably the quickest I've ever received a box from Abominable Book Club. Mostly because obviously the postal system has sort of been up in the air for the past 10 months or so. So, you know, it's nothing they can control, but this is definitely the quickest I've ever received it. I don't think I've ever been able to film it on the first of the month, so that's very exciting. As always, if you are ever looking for a horror come thriller subscription box, Abominable is definitely worth checking out. I should have looked this up before I sat down, but they are also launching another book box which is sci-fi specific. I'll put the link in the description below, so if you're more into sci-fi rather than horror, check that out. I will definitely be checking it out, though I don't know that my bank balance will allow me to buy both of them, but we'll see. Yeah, looking forward to seeing what that's all about. That's it from me this week. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. And I will be back next week with another one. Bye!